Hi everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled lesson of actual English. I'm Jennifer Clyde. Today's topic is horoscopes. So for those of you that watched our previous lesson, I did ask you, do you believe in horoscopes? Do you read the horoscopes? Do you follow horoscopes, for example? You remember what follow means in this case, right? Well, horoscopes, what can you talk about? You can talk about the zodiac sign, which are the 12 signs based on astrology, and these signs are used to form horoscopes. There's also the Chinese zodiac, which is probably what we are more used to. It's based on Chinese philosophy and calendars even, and I think it's based on like heaven, earth, and water, I believe, something like that. We'll be talking about all of that today in today's actual talk conversation. But first of all, how often do you read the horoscopes? You'll find them in the newspaper, in magazines, even on the internet, and in many other places. Do you believe in them? Think about that while we take a listen. Here's today's actual talk.
Hey there, what's your sign? You know, that was the biggest pickup line of the 1970s.
You got me worried for a second there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what star sign are you?
I'm a Gemini.
A Gemini, are they the twins?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What sort of personality trait do they have?
I don't know, it means that I'm really cool.
I mean, Aquarius.
I think Gemini is kind of always of two minds, both right-brained and left-brained, charismatic.
You've got the devil and the angel in you?
I was thinking more creative and mathematical, but yeah, okay, devil and angel.
Devil and angel.
I guess. What about you? What sign are you?
I believe I'm a Leo. So a lion.
You don't know?
No. I think I am a Leo.
Think.
Let's see. July. Yes, I am a Leo.
Okay, you are Leo.
The funny thing is, though, I mean, in Asian cultures or in Korea, we've got the blood types.
Yeah.
And then we've got what?
The Chinese zodiac.
Exactly. And all of my signs are meant to be very bold, ferocious, brave, just extroverted.
Are you those things?
I don't know. People used to think I was an A blood type, which is usually referred to as shy, introverted, but I'm actually a blood type O.
Okay.
So I'm like meant to be like a party goer, out there personality type of person. Yeah, but are you a blood type O?
No, I'm not sure actually, but most people guess that I'm B.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's because of that movie.
You're a bad guy?
Maybe. But, do you find much interest in the horoscope, reading your horoscope?
Well, I read it for fun. Yeah, it's interesting to see the love compatibilities and stuff.
Compatibilities.
And what to watch out for in the day. But, yeah, I mean, it's just for fun, not for just, really depending on it.
I think I'll skip the horoscope today.
Okay, today's conversation was quite interesting, right? So even today we had Joanne and Peter talking about our topic, which happens to be horoscopes once again. Now, they did mention their zodiac sign, right? Now, what is your sign? If someone were to ask me what my sign was, I would probably say that I am an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, okay? Now, Peter said that he is a Gemini. What did Joanne say? Joanne didn't seem to know exactly what she was or what her sign was, but she said later on that she thinks that she is a Leo, the lion, right? Okay, let's talk about what they mentioned in today's actual talk conversation. Now, Peter says, hey there, what's your sign? Okay, so what's your sign? As you see, there is a star sign, which means it is one of our patterns for today. Now, if somebody were to ask you out of the blue, what's your sign? What would you say? How would you answer this question? Sign. As soon as you heard that, would you think of your autograph, your signature, for example? How you sign things? When you purchase something with your credit card, you know how you sign, right? They ask for your signature and you sign basically. Is that what you thought about? Actually, when somebody asks you, what is your sign? They're probably asking you what your zodiac sign is, okay? And then he says, you know, that was the biggest pickup line of the 1970s. Okay, pickup line. A pickup line is just a sentence or a question that guys would usually ask girls that they're interested in, to grab their attention or start a conversation. That is what we call a pickup line. You pick up girls and you would use pickup lines to pick up girls. Anyhow, the question once again, what's your sign? Now, Joanne says, you got me worried for a second there. Now, because it sounded like a pickup line. Anyhow, Joanne says, oh my goodness, what star sign are you? Instead of answering the question, she asks the question back to Peter, right? Maybe she doesn't know what her sign is. So she says, anyways, what star sign are you? What zodiac sign are you? Remember, because I said that the zodiac signs, they are related to astrology, the stars, right? So Peter says, I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. I told you that I am an Aquarius. Are you a Capricorn? And so on and so forth. So Peter is a Gemini. Now Joanne says, a Gemini, are they the twins? Yes, and he says, absolutely, that's correct. Now, okay, what sort of personality trait do they have usually? She's talking about people in general. Geminis in general. What kinds of personality traits do Geminis have is what she is asking. What kind of personality trait do they usually have or have usually? Peter says, I don't know. It means they're really cool. Now he's joking here. It means usually Geminis are supposed to be, or usually Geminis are known to be. That he's just joking by saying it means they're really cool, and he brings it up. I guess saying that he is kind of cool since he is a Gemini. Well, anyhow, he says, I don't know. I'm not sure what kinds of personality traits Geminis tend to have. But he says, I think Geminis kind of always have two minds, both right-brained and left-brained, meaning that Geminis tend to use both of their brains equally, okay? Some people are left-brained, some people are right-brained, but Geminis are known to use both brains, so they're both right and left-brained. And he says, charismatic. They have a lot of charisma. They're very charismatic. They tend to influence a lot of people. Now, Joanne says, you've got the devil and the angel in you, she says. Now, this is a pattern. To have something in you, or you can also say, I've got something in me. She's saying, oh, so there is the devil and the angel in you. Okay, so inside there's a devil hiding and an angel hiding, she says. He says, I was thinking more creative and mathematical. So he's trying to explain what he thinks Geminis are like. He says, the devil and the angel. What about you? What sign are you? He asks once again. Okay, Joanna's not quite sure, so she gives it some thought and she says, I believe I'm a Leo. She's not certain. She says, I believe I'm a Leo, so a lion. And Peter says, you don't know? You don't know? You're not sure? You think? You believe that you're a Leo? She says, no. I think I am a Leo. So she's saying that she probably is a Leo. Okay, he's just joking with her. And Joanne says, let's see, July. That's right. So these signs are based on certain dates of the month and certain days of the month as well, right? The month and the days of the month. So she says, I am a Leo. Now, you are a Leo. The funny thing is, though, in Asian culture, we're now shifting from Western culture to Asian culture. Asian culture and Korea, we've got the blood types. That's right, blood types. And then Joanne says, yeah, and then we've got, she continues to think, and then, boom, Peter says, the Chinese zodiac. Okay. Earlier I mentioned zodiac signs, the star signs, and the Chinese zodiac, it's usually based on traditional astronomy, okay, and calendars, that's right. So that's exactly what he is talking about. Now Joanne says, and all of my signs are meant to be very, my signs, they're meant to be, or they mean bold, ferocious, brave. We all know these words, but what is ferocious? That could be a difficult word. Is it a new word? Are you familiar with this word? Ferocious. It's close to being very intense, extreme. It can also mean very fierce. Some situations it can also be used to express somebody that is very cruel, okay, brutal, cruel. But think of ferocious meaning fierce and brave and bold, just extroverted. Extroverted, we went over this word a long time ago. Extroverted, X means outside, so a person that is extroverted means he or she is very good at expressing their feelings. Very outgoing, in other words. Now Peter says, are you those things? Those things meaning bold, ferocious, brave, extroverted. Joanne says, I don't know. People used to think I was an A blood type. Now, although Joanne said A blood type, this would be the correct way to say it. Blood type A, okay? So bring this over to the end. As you see, blood type A. So she should have said, people used to think I was blood type A, who are usually shy, introverted versus extroverted. Extroverted was X, outside. Introverted is inside. So people that tend to like to be alone, okay, not very outgoing, are introverted people. That's true. I've heard that a lot of blood type A's are shy and introverted. But she says, I'm actually blood type O. Aha, here we go. See, she says blood type O. We'll go over that pattern later on as well. Now, she says, so I'm meant to be a party goer. Goer, ER meaning person, party going person. So a person that likes to go to parties is a party goer, okay? That likes to party a lot. Now, I'm meant to be a party goer, out there personality type of person. Out there, you're very extroverted, in other words. You're very active, okay? And then she says, are you blood type O? Once again, keep that order in mind. Are you blood type O? And then Peter says, no, I'm not sure actually, but most people guess that I'm B. Very simple. You can either say blood type A, blood type B. You can also say I'm type B. You can also say I'm B. That is, if you are talking about this topic. You already started a conversation about blood types, then you can say I'm A, I'm B, I'm AB, I'm O, and so forth. He says, yeah, but do you find much interest in reading your horoscope? Okay. Do you like to read your horoscope? And Joanne says, well, I read it for fun. I read it for something. I read it for this purpose. I read it for fun. When I have time, when I'm bored, I read it for fun. Okay. And then moving on, she says, it's interesting to see the love capability or compatibilities in stuff and what to watch out for in the day. Now we've got watch out for and compatibilities. This is just a word that means harmony in relationships. Okay, compatibility means how well things go together. It can be things or even people, how well you get along, okay, remain together, or harmony, think of that. And watch out for means, in other words, to be careful about something, to be careful. So she says, it's just for fun. I read horoscopes, not because I believe in them, but because I find them interesting. I read them for fun, she says. Okay, that is a wrap for today's actual talk conversation. Listen to it one more time.
Hey there, what's your sign? You know, that was the biggest pickup line of the 1970s.
You got me worried for a second there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What star sign are you?
I'm a Gemini.
A Gemini, are they the twins?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What sort of personality trait do they have?
I don't know. It means that I'm really cool.
I mean, Aquarius.
I think Gemini is you know, kind of always of two minds, both right-brained and left-brained, charismatic.
You've got the devil and the angel in you.
I was thinking more creative and mathematical, but yeah,
Let's
okay,
see.
devil and an angel,
Devil and
I
angel.
guess. What about you? What sign are you?
I believe I'm a Leo. So a lion.
You don't know?
No. I think I am a Leo.
Think.
Let's see. July. Yes, I am a
Okay,
Leo.
you are Leo.
The funny thing is, though, I mean, in Asian cultures or in Korea, we've got the blood types.
Yeah.
And then we've got what?
The Chinese zodiac.
Exactly. And all of my signs are meant to be very bold, ferocious, brave, just extroverted.
Are you those things?
I don't know. People used to think I was an A blood type, which is usually referred to as shy, introverted, but I'm actually a blood type O.
Okay.
So I'm like meant to be like a party goer, out there personality type of person. Yeah, but are you a blood type O?
No, I'm not sure, actually, but most people guess that I'm B.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's because of that movie.
You're a bad guy?
Maybe. But, you know, do you find much interest in the horoscope, reading your horoscope?
Well, I read it for fun. Yeah, it's interesting to see the love compatibilities and stuff.
Compatibilities.
And what to watch out for in the day. But yeah, I mean, it's just for fun, not for just, you know, really depending on it.
I think I'll skip the horoscope today.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now time for actual expressions. Today we've got a few vocab words for us to go over together. Let's practice the pronunciation as well. So we have charismatic, charisma, charisma, and it becomes charismatic. So charismatic. The stress goes on care as well, but a stronger stress goes on mat. Charismatic, charismatic. Okay, means appealing, alluring, even magnetic, okay? Pulls you in, and very influential as well. What about ferocious? Ferocious. Ferocious, stress goes on the second syllable. And as I mentioned, some synonyms are fierce, cruel, relentless, extreme, or even intense. I think the easiest word for you to remember is fierce, okay? So connect those two. What about out there? Out there. I did mention that if you say that somebody is out there, it means that they're pretty outgoing, but they're very or extremely individualistic. They don't follow the norms or the standards, so they're very unique in their own way, different, extremely individualistic, okay? Out there. Eccentric is a synonym. And compatibility. It's a long word, and the stress goes right here. Compatibility. Compatibility, okay? It means harmony in relationship. How well things go together, okay? Mixed together, for example. Okay, let's now move on to our patterns for the day. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 for you. So the first one is, what's your sign? What's your sign? What's your star sign? You can say I'm a or I'm on something. I'm an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. I am a or un, and then mention your sign. I'm an Aquarius. People think that I'm a Capricorn. People think that I'm a Capricorn. People assume that I'm a Capricorn, okay? You may have a certain personality that a Capricorn has, and people could think that you are a certain sign when you're actually not. So this is what you can say using that pattern. What about this one? Get, even more common, have the devil in something, okay? So he has the devil in his heart. He has the devil in his heart. What could this mean? Have the devil in something. He has the devil in his heart pretty much this could imply that this person is very strong-hearted, okay? Not cold-hearted, not necessarily, but very strong inside. What about this? Okay, do not be tricked, everyone, because some girls, they may have angel eyes, but they could have the devil in them. So she has the devil in her angel eyes. She has the devil in her angel eyes. Her eyes may look like the eyes of an angel, but deep inside, they're hiding devil's eyes. Okay, this one, blood type. As I mentioned, you can say I am blood type O, I'm type O, or if you're talking about the topic, you can just say I'm A, I'm B, I'm AB, and so forth. What about this one? Yeah, I'm blood type O. Very simple. I'm blood type O. Remember, do not say I'm O blood type. It's I'm blood type, boom. So what type are you? What blood type are you? Think about it and answer. I'm blood type. Good job. The next one, no one believes that I'm type A. Nobody believes that I'm type A, okay? You can also simplify it and say I'm type A. People think that I'm very extroverted, so they assume that I'm type O. People don't believe, or no one believes that I'm type A, okay? Now let's take a look at one last one. Guess what blood type I am? You can say, right? You can tell someone, you can say this. Okay, guess what blood type I am? Guess what blood type I am? Guess, okay? That can be an icebreaker. And finally, our final pattern is do something for a certain purpose. Joanne mentioned something about reading the horoscope for fun, right? So you can say, I paint for fun. I paint for fun. And I read for relaxation. I read for relaxation. Just add a purpose or reason to why you do something, okay? I paint for fun. I read for relaxation. Okay, job well done. That is all for today's actual expressions.
Horoscopes. Yeah, there's a funny anecdote. I can't remember if I saw it in a film or was talking to someone about it or reading it in a paper, but apparently a professor gets up in front of his class and he hands out horoscopes to everyone. And he's like, okay, I know all your birth dates from your student IDs and blah, 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 blah. So each of these horoscopes is specific for you. And everyone's reading the horoscopes, and afterward the professor says, okay, everyone's read your horoscopes? Okay. Who here feels that this horoscope is specific to them? Like they can see in the details here that this is you. And everyone, well, like maybe a few people didn't raise their hands, but most of the class did. And then he said, okay, look at the horoscope of the person next to you. And everybody had the same horoscope. And they all found little things in there that they felt applied to their life. So, yeah, horoscopes, not sure I believe in those.
Thanks, Garen. That was today's actual story. He's fun to listen to. I hope you enjoy that. Let's take you through. He says, there's a funny anecdote. There's a funny anecdote. An anecdote, simply put, is a short story. It's like a story, okay? There's a funny anecdote, and I'll tell you about it. And he shares a story. A professor gets up in front of his class, and he hands out, okay? He hands out horoscopes to everyone. Hand out, in other words, to give out, okay? To give out to his students, hand out to his students. So the professor gives his students horoscopes. He says, each of these horoscopes is specified to you or for you, okay? It means each of these horoscopes is for you, okay? Afterwards, the professor says, everyone's read your horoscopes? Question, meaning, did you all read your horoscopes? Who feels that this horoscope is specific to them? Okay, so who feels that, this horoscope, it's about me. This is so true. Okay, now how did the students respond? Now, a few people didn't raise their hands, but most of the class did. Okay. Meaning, most of the students in the class believed that the horoscopes they were given were so true. They were just their stories. And then what happened? Then the professor said, okay, look at the horoscope of the person next to you. Okay. So he tells the students to look at the horoscope of the student sitting next to you. Look over and check out their horoscope. Everyone had the same horoscope, and they all found little things, little tiny things in there that they felt applied to their lives. Meaning, they were tricked. The professor gave everyone the exact same horoscopes, and he said, well, each of these horoscopes were just for you. They read it, and they all felt that these horoscopes were telling their stories. But then, they ended up being the same horoscopes. It's a very interesting story. Okay, thanks for sharing once again, Garen, and I hope that you all enjoyed it as well. Take a listen one more time.
Horoscopes. Yeah, there's a funny anecdote. I can't remember if I saw it in a film or was talking to someone about it or reading it in a paper, but apparently a professor gets up in front of his class and he hands out horoscopes to everyone. And he's like, okay, I know all your birth dates from your student IDs and blah, 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 blah. So each of these horoscopes is specific for you. And everyone's reading the horoscopes, and afterward the professor says, okay, everyone's read your horoscopes? Okay. Who here feels that this horoscope is specific to them? Like they can see in the details here that this is you. And everyone, well, like maybe a few people didn't raise their hands, but most of the class did. And then he said, okay, look at the horoscope of the person next to you. And everybody had the same horoscope. And they all found little things in there that they felt applied to their life. So, yeah, horoscopes, not sure I believe in those.
You know what, come to think of it, I think that a lot of things, it really depends on how you think. You know, what you think about certain people, what you think about certain things, it's all in your mind. That was an interesting story once again. So today's topic was horoscopes, and I hope that you learned a lot and had fun with me. Next time, let's talk about another interesting topic. Whether you believe in them or not, let's talk about superstitions. Now, in the meantime, come to our homepage, find your ways over to www.ebse.co.kr. Come by, check out some comments posted by other viewers, and of course, while you're there, stop by, drop by, just a line or a message. Feedback, questions, anything is welcome. Okay then, until next time, take care and bye for now.